Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I want to talk about something a little personal and how it relates to trying to be perfect and just really wanting to be accepted and really wanting approval. So a lot of us who have chronic illness, chronic pain, chronic suffering, chronic symptoms, chronic conditions of any kind are really perfectionists, right? We want to get it right. We want to do a good job. We want to be seen as worthy and valuable. And so we do everything that we can to do the job perfectly. And so we can feel proud of ourselves so that other people will feel proud of us and other people will like us and other people will accept us and other people will admire us and other people will want to be our friends, right? Want to love us, they will be proud, right? We will finally win acceptance and love and approval. So I know you're thinking, well, I don't know if that's exactly, the problem and why I'm experiencing all this pain. But ultimately it is. It's very hard. It's a very hard thing to accept, but we all just want approval, acceptance, and love. And everything that we do and how hard we try is a product of that. So even you trying to get well and doing everything you can with your diet and your protocols and your supplements and your inner work, when you finally, get there, you want to be witnessed, you want to be seen, you want to be noticed, acceptance, you want your story to mean something, and you want people to embrace you and feel that love, acceptance, and approval, right? From the world, from others, from your family, from your friends, from people you don't even know, just from the world at large. This is what we're all searching for. Okay, so I'm going to tell you kind of a happy story, it's kind of a sad story. It's my own little story here. So I've been building this house and I have been obsessed with trying to make it perfect, get the right cabinets, get the right countertops. I'm choosing the floors and, the paint chips, and I'll look at things a million times, and I love interior design. So it's actually quite fun for me, but still the agony of deciding something and foregoing the other one. It's like you can't have them both. And, the agony of the decision and the indecision and trying to narrow it down. And, there's a lot behind the scenes of just needing approval and wanting approval, right? Because I'm building this big house. I'm trying to get every detail that will make me feel happy and that will make me feel proud. And I ask myself, why do I want this? Why do I even want this house? And I'm thinking, I want to invite people over. I want to have friends. I want to have fun. I want everyone to see it. I want them to feel good when they look at it, and I want them to basically approve of me, right? So here's the sad part of the story. The other day I turned 45 and it's my birthday, right? And I realize, and I've known this for a long time, so it didn't come as a shock to me. It barely registered. But it was very obvious on that day that I'm 45 years old and I have no friends. So that's crazy to a person who grew up being an extrovert and having a lot of friends and having a full social life and having a big family life and having, feeling full. So I'm 45 years old and I realize I have no friends. Well, I already knew this, but the realization kind of hits you on your birthday because I go to my Facebook page or my wall and zero happy birthdays, right? From all the acquaintances, all the people who are on the board with me. And it's not because people don't like me. It's not because people, just would wish me, like they hate me or have something against me. That's not why people don't reach out. It's because I've been shut off for so long that I'm not really on anyone's radar, right? I'm just not at the top of their mind, and I'm just not someone reach outable, right? I'm cut off. I'm an introvert now. I have almost fallen off the face of the earth to my family and friends and even acquaintances in my community and just whatever, right? So of course, I mean, I had a nice birthday. My dad said happy birthday to me, and my parents-in-law, and you know, my husband and my children, and that's all well and great. And I actually had 2 cousins send me a quick email, which was very thoughtful, because it was the only 2 outside my immediate little circle that I did get that day. But the point is, I'm thinking, who am I building this house for? I'm trying to get everything perfect. Who will come? Like, you're kidding yourself. You have no friends. You've been in pain so long. You've been isolated so long that you literally have no one to invite. So the irony, and kind of the funny, sad irony in all this, is when I get done building this house and trying to make it perfect, and really underneath we all want approval and love, and we just want to feel like people are proud of us and people accept us, right? There will be no one to invite, which is crazy, right? Because who will see it? Who will it even matter to that I picked this countertop over this countertop, or that I got this detail, you know, I thought about it over and over and over, the detail of this door compared to this door, or whatever, just as examples. Like, who will even see it, right? What will it matter to? Well, I will see it, and I will like it, and I will love it, which is wonderful. But it started to dawn on me, like, you need to spend less time on getting things perfect, and less time on the decisions of this house, and less time on how to eventually feel that pride and acceptance and approval, and actually more time going out there and living, getting back into life, reaching out, opening doors, starting friendships, rekindling old ones, right? So this is the work, this is the true work that I've been avoiding, and I'm sure you've probably avoided this too. And the things in front of us seem like a big deal. Like, we have to get them right, we have to get them perfect. You know, I'll spend like, oh, we have to get the house clean to perfection, right? Who's coming? Who's going to see it? So it's like we're really focused, hyper-focused on getting things right and doing a good job, and we don't really know why, but underneath it, it's because we want acceptance and approval and love. But we're never going to get that acceptance and approval and love from somebody else. We're only, if we don't even have anybody out there, right? And truthfully, it doesn't even matter if they approve or accept you or love you. It's if you accept and approve and love yourself. However, we're just looking to feel connection with the world, right? It's really what all this is about. We just want this connection. We want to feel like we belong, like we're included, like we're accepted, and like we're loved. And it truthfully doesn't matter what you do or don't do, right? People will love you for who you are as a person. They will love you whether you have this countertop or this countertop. People won't even care because they like you for you. But people can't like you for you. People can't accept you. People can't approve of you, and people can't love you or open their arms to you unless you open your arms to them, right? So that's the one thing that I've done, is keep myself close to myself, right? Like I felt that I was abandoned by everyone. So I was very hurt and very walled off and very scared of opening up again and getting hurt, because I saw that people left me at my lowest, left me at my weakest, and at my darkest hours, which was a perception that I felt, because other people might have thought of it completely differently. Like, they're consumed with their own life. They have other things going on. They didn't understand what I was going through. They didn't feel like they could help me. They didn't know. They felt unsure. They didn't know whether I wanted to talk about it or not talk about it. I was walled off, so they stayed away, right? It could be that they weren't all abandoning me, and that was my only perception. But the point is unless we trust again, unless we allow ourselves to open, right? To open and to trust again and to give it a chance, how will we ever know? So here I find myself 45 years old, building a house that I hope to one day entertain lots of friends and family and have the life of my dreams in. But yet it's almost like, have you ever seen the movie Field of Dreams? Build it and they will come. It's like I'm building it, but I don't know if they're gonna come, right? And they will come. But I think the secret here is that we must open, and I must spend more time like out there so that when the house is finally built, I literally can welcome people into my home. And if it was my birthday again, people would write on my wall, or people would call, or I could call a friend to go out to lunch with. Like I could not call a friend tomorrow and make a lunch date because I don't have any. And I'm not saying this like, oh, poor me, you're 45 years old and you don't have any friends, but I don't even know how to make friends now. Do I rekindle old friendships? Do I reach out to all my old friends? Do I reach out to all my old family and rekindle that? Because I don't really want my old life. Or do I step forward and try to make a new circles, new friends? Do I do both? Like, I don't know. So it's a new territory for me. And it can be sad and scary and make me feel like a victim. Or it can be exciting and fresh and brand new and like, wow, I really am not tied to anyone. So I can be the kind of new friend that I want to anyone. I can choose anyone. I could, it's like maybe dating for somebody who's been married for so long and then they go out there and they have to meet people. They just don't know how. So I don't know, for the longest time I couldn't be a friend to anyone because I was so consumed with myself and I couldn't join a group of a hobby or something because I was so consumed with my own suffering and my own pain. There was no room. And that could be where many of you are. But if you have any space at any level to reach out to anyone and just to open a little, to expand a little, right? Because we all truly just want to belong. We want to be a part of something. And when you're chronically ill, when you're chronically suffering or in pain, you often feel so alone and so detached and like you're part of nothing. You're part of nothing. But being part of something keeps us here in this world. It keeps one foot in this world, right? So it's something necessary. Instead of focusing all your energies on perfectionism and getting things right and checking off your to-do lists, instead of focusing and being hypercritical for yourself and trying to get things perfect, just stop and realize the reason you're doing this is really because deeply, deeply you long to be accepted and loved and approved of, and give it to yourself, and then start to connect with the world, with one person, with anything other that's out there, and start to connect and open to it, because that's really deep down what you're searching for. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope that you will be willing to not hold so tight anymore, but to open a little, to expand, to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, to open your heart, to risk, and to try to find true connection in this world, even just a little, right? One thing, a dog, a pet, one person, one friend, one hobby, just something else. Just open to the idea of belonging in this world and connecting to something. Have a great day.